Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with another sales update video. Brought the little guy with me here. Usually wants to be a part of them. He likes looking at himself in the camera. With regard to the video and the channel, I appreciate you guys, all the support and feedback. We've been growing a lot. Almost up to 1,000 subscribers. I know a lot of that's from you guys sharing the video to other people. I know some shout outs like Andy, the Parrot Head Picker, shouted me out, so that always helps. And anybody else who's done anything to try to help grow the channel, I appreciate it. We're almost at 1,000. We're like at 920 something as of this video. So hopefully we'll get there here in the next couple weeks, and then that'll be pretty cool. So thank you again. Pretty big sales week, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Hey everyone, back with sales update for Monday. Pretty good day. Actually, really good day with one of the items here, so we'll jump right in. First off, FootJoys. Hopefully they're showing up on the screen. These are golf shoes, pretty good condition. I forgot what the FootJoy Dry Joys, and I forgot, it's like Oxford, I think is the style or something like that. They were, I think, around 10 bucks, 8 to 10 bucks at a thrift store near me. Sold them for a best offer of 40 ship, which I'm always happy with. 40 bucks for a used pair of shoes. Not all FootJoys are worth good money. Some of them are, some of them aren't, so you got to really look them up. Different style ones do better than others. This is a Tracy McGrady Youth Magic basketball jersey. Sold for 28 ships. I already sold this once before and it was returned. It was confusing, I guess. In one point I said it was a youth, and then at one point it still said men's in the sizing, so I didn't change that in my listing. So they bought it as a men's extra large or large, and then it's actually a youth large. So not clarifying that's on me, but still sold it again for 28 bucks, so happy with that. Here's a PS3 fat console. These ones are cool. This one's backwards compatible. The problem is that it's actually broken. It does not work. I think the motherboard on this one's toast. It powers up and then it shuts right back down. So this one came in like a $50 video game lot. I had a couple 360s, some controllers, games, everything like that. So ended up selling it for 35 shipped on a best offer. So we won't make a ton. Maybe we'll make 10 bucks or so on it, maybe a little bit more. But just happy to get rid of it and salvage something out of it. Here's an action replay. This is one that's for the Xbox. It's brand new sealed. It's sold for 55 shipped. There is a tear in the seal up here where my finger is, but it's still sealed. No one's opened it. This sold for 55, but look out for this brand Action Replay. The best ones you want to find are usually the ones for Nintendo DS or DSi or Game Boy Advance. They'll have like a little, kind of like a memory card looking thing, and it'll say Action Replay on it, or AR, and then it'll say DSi or DS. Look out for those ones. They go for like 50 bucks. Some of them 30 to 50 bucks used. I think the Game Boy Advance one goes for 100. So it's worth looking for if someone's got a DS or a Game Boy at a garage sale. Just see if they have that piece. That piece alone might make it worth buying. A couple of low-end games. Ninja Turtles, 8 bucks for Nintendo. Fantastic Four at one time was 45 back in the day, but only sold for 8 bucks today. This is Jade Cocoon. This one was $15 at some store called Slackers, but it sold for 36 ships. So that's a pretty good PS1 game. Here's a Titleist DCI oversized 7-iron. Kind of see it right there. I paid $2.50 for this. I bought 2 of them for 5 bucks, and for some reason I thought these were doing a little bit better, but they actually are not doing better. I think they used to, but I ended up getting 8 bucks shipped for this, or 18 bucks shipped for this, so it's really not that good. It will probably cost me about 10 to ship it, and I'll probably end up maybe making $1 or at least getting my money back. So happy to get rid of it, but it wasn't really the best golf club buy. These right here are a bunch of dead DeWalt batteries. A while back I bought some DeWalt stuff in a big lot, and some of them I had over time. And these were all batteries that won't hold a charge. So I sold them as is, as dead batteries for 20 shipped. So, and my son's playing in the background. You can probably hear him throwing his car. So sorry about that, but 20 bucks for these. One time I had like 13 of the yellow ones of dead batteries, and I sold those for like almost 100 bucks or something like that. So if you find someone who's got a bunch of dead batteries, different brands, they can sell, but I got 20 bucks shipped for these. I'll probably just wrap them in some paper and throw them in a padded flat rate and get them out of here. So they basically are free at this point because they were just thrown with I usually buy the drill chargers, and these batteries were included in there, but they ended up being no good. And the best sale is all of this stuff. You probably haven't seen a haul with this, but hopefully in one of my videos, I'll show a picture of what we bought. $500 worth of Epson ink, all brand new. They're Amazon. They were sent back from Amazon from overstock it looked like. So we checked them out. Everything looks good. Paid $500 for everything. This is just a small portion of what just sold to one buyer. There are 10 of these 252 4-packs. It's got the blue, magenta, well, yellow, and black. There are 5 of the ones that are just the color. And then there's these 786s down here. These are the 4-packs. There's 5 of those that are the color and the black. So a total of, 20 different inks in this lot. We had 259 ink in total for $500. So, we're at about 50 cents each. And this sold for, the 252s, all 10 of those sold for like $234. The 786s sold for $189 or $180, and the other ones sold for like $130 or something like that. So it ends up being, what is that, just over $500, $500 and something dollars. Hopefully you'll see it on the screen popping up, but the pretty good deal. We'll make most of our money back. I haven't listed everything yet, and this one buyer was real kind of desperate to get all these. We made a deal on some of the pricing, so I'm going to ship these out, make sure the buyer's happy with them before I go and list everything else. Just in case there's any issue, I want to the buyer just seems a little bit crazy, so if there is an issue, I'll probably block the buyer, and then I'll list them, if they're complaining or something like that, or I'll re-examine it. But honestly, yeah, we pretty much made all of our money back here. It looks like at this rate, we can probably make, or in gross, $2,500, $3,000, in sales for a $500 purchase. So pretty cool there. That's everything we have right now. If anything else sells, I will let you guys know, and hopefully we'll have some more stuff the rest of the week to show you. Hey everyone, back with the sales from Tuesday. Slow day today, actually. I only had 3 sales that were paid for. I do have a couple other sales that I'm still waiting on payments for, so hopefully they'll come through today. But the things I did sell, this little Vanguard piece is like for someone in the military. It's like a Marine Corps, I think. A little chevron for a corporal. Is that what it is? Yeah, for a corporal. This came in a bunch of military stuff I bought. It sold for 10 shipped. Here's Kessin 3, and I also have Kessin 2. It's inside here, just the disc. 3 of them for the PS2. They came in a big lot of stuff I don't think I had much invested in it, but they sold for 17 shipped for all 3 of them. And I'll actually add another case with this to put Kessin 2 in, and they still should go first class. They're pretty light. And lastly, a Nissan, there's the part number, radio. I think it's from like a 2008 to 2012. Just a CD player. There's no piece of dust there or whatever that was. No touch screen or anything like that. The touchscreen ones are the ones that do even better. I think I paid like $8 or $9 for this. And ended up selling for 40 shipped on a best offer. So happy to get rid of it. I've almost sold out of most of my radios. But they do well, but sometimes it just takes a while to find the right buyer. So for a while there wasn't selling any, but I think I sold like 3 in the past month or 2. So happy to get rid of it. I do have some sales. Today's Wednesday. I have some already. So I'll show you guys those later, and hopefully we'll get some more. Hey everyone, back with sales from Wednesday. 7 sales, and I actually just had another one, so I'll show you guys that later. Another clip, but pretty good variety here. Nothing crazy, but definitely had a couple of big ones and then a couple of small ones, and the sum was pretty good. Starting off with Twilight Edition, limited edition sparkle ceramic dryer. It's brand new in the box, but the box has been opened, but the inside's still sealed. Paid $5 at a community, like a 55 plus community sale, and it was already like 10 o'clock or something. It was still sitting there, and I offered her $5. She took it. It was originally 19, and it sold for $50 on a best offer. This is one where I had it listed at 60, and I had like 8 watchers, and then I sent offer to buyers, and one of them accepted the $50 offer, so that was cool. This right here is a Monster Power, like a surge protector. It's pretty cool. The model number is the HDP 1800. I paid $15 for this. It was used. This material right here, it's like a rubbery. It was so sticky and had like dog hair on it, but I knew these things sold really well. If you look at it now, it looks nice and clean. Well, as clean as it can be, I guess. But it had all this hair on it, What I did was I took some rubbing alcohol and I kind of rubbed it on there and I rubbed off the junk, but in reality you actually rub off some of the rubber. So the model number was listed right here. It said HDP 1800, and when I was rubbing it, that went off. So that was a bummer, but it was still worth it because I couldn't sell it with all that hair and stuff on there. So I cleaned it up nice. It sold for 90 shipped, full price sale. Paid 15 for it. So, and there are other model numbers of this that do even better. This one is a pretty good one, but there are some even better than this. So look out for this kind of stuff. I think the same people that make all the monster cables and all that kind of stuff. So that's a good sale. Pair of Torrid jeans, size 26. These sold in the best offer of 20 bucks. Had them for a while. Torrid was a pretty good jean brand when I was at this Goodwill near my work. I used to go there all the time, and they would do jeans, buy two, get one free. So I ended up paying like $4 or $5 for jeans, and I always throw the Torrids in there because they're not super high end or anything like that, but for whatever reason they still sell. Their used jeans sell pretty well, anywhere from like 20 to 30 bucks. So sold those for 20. I think I paid $5. You know, we've had them for a while, but still made some money there. Here's a Chevrolet 1994 owner's manual. This one wasn't really a great deal. It sold for 10 bucks shipped. It was just thrown in a big box of stuff I bought from a guy named Josh that I buy from, but it's pretty heavy and probably won't make a whole lot on that, if anything. We won't lose money, but maybe like $1 or $2. Here's a Hampton Bay remote. This sold for 15 shipped. It does work. No batteries in it now, but this goes to like a fan and light system. That sold for 15 shipped. Here is a Pocket Pros by Riddell. You can kind of, let me just set it up there. Maybe you can see it. Who knows? We don't have time for that. This is it's called a Pocket Pro 2-bar because of the 2 bars right here. Helmet. These are like the old school looking helmets. I bought a whole bunch of these, like 28 of them, I think. It's almost a full set of NFL teams from a source I had. I paid 15 bucks for the whole thing. And it came with a nice case too. But as I was looking these up, the ones that have the old school like 60s and 70s style helmets and the logos, they actually sell pretty well. Like some sell for like $8 all the way up to like 20 bucks. So I listed them all a little bit higher with best offer last night, and then this one sold, my first one, on a best offer for 14 bucks. So 14 for just this little tiny helmet, which is pretty cool. And then lastly, this is a set of like trivia cards that came out of a CD box set for soul music. I bought the box set from Josh, actually, the same guy I bought the manual from. I threw it in the box. It looked like it was complete because it had all the discs cases in there. And I was like, oh, cool. Well, when I opened them up, there were no discs. They were just cases. So this was in there too. I paid $2 for the whole thing, and I pulled these out. The cards were still there. No music or whatever, no CDs. And then I listed this for 13 shipped, and it sold instantly within like an hour. I shouldn't say instantly, but within an hour. And I was like, wow, there were no other comps, nothing to go off of. I just listed it. I didn't think it was worth a whole lot because the whole set sells for 40 or 50. So there's like 5 CDs. So I figured this wasn't worth too much, but someone did buy it for 13 bucks. We'll at least make our 2 back, and probably it'll go first class. So we'll make a little bit of profit on there. So that's it for right now. There's that one other thing that sold, so I'll show you guys that later. Hey everyone, final sale from Wednesday. Sorry about that. It's a Panasonic Auto Stop pencil sharpener, electric one. These sell well. There's a bunch of different models you can get. This one used to go for like 25 bucks, but it's really come down. It's down to 17 shipped now. Sold it. It'll go in a padded flat rate. I think I paid $1 or $2 for it. So we might make 5, maybe $4 on it. Not a whole bunch. They used to do a lot better and they'd sell quicker. Now it seems like there's a lot of competition on the listing. So there's the ones that are the wood grain ones. They have like the wood looking shell. Those ones seem to do a little bit better. Sometimes I can get closer to 25 on those still. So either way, I'm going to go to padded flat rate and we'll get this one out. Hey everyone, back with the sales from Thursday. Slower day, 4 sales right here. I have one more that just sold too, so that'll pop up here in the next clip. So hopefully we'll get a couple more before the night's over, but we did have a couple of cool sales. Here's a series of unfortunate events, books 1 through 13. It's the complete set. This sold for 55 shipped. Goes media mail. I usually pay $1 or so for the books. I rarely find a whole set. That's usually I have to build a set. So I already have another one in my storage unit that I have like, I think 9 of 13 of the books. So I try to remember which ones I need and then pick them up as I go along. A lot of times Savers has them, and it's like buy 4, get 1 free there. So I'll end up paying about $1 for each book, and kind of lot them up that way. But this set does sell pretty well. There is a whole box set of it, so if you find it, look out for it. You'll probably see on the screen here too. You probably can hear my son in the background. He's not feeling good, so he's got a little bit of a cold, and he's about to eat 1, so hopefully he heals up soon. This is a Swedge. It's a wireless security alarm. There's nothing on this system. It's obviously a bit older, you can tell by the packaging, but I bought a box of these from a guy I buy from. He has like 30 boxes of this brand of different stuff. I picked up 1 box, I think of 8 for $5. Just to check it out. I looked it over like probably every week I go there, I'll check and I'll try to see if there's any information, but it's hard to find. So I went ahead and just said for $5 I'll buy a whole box, take a chance on it. They're all brand new sealed. This one just sold. It's been probably 3-4 weeks now for 28 shipped. So I'll list the other ones and see if they sell. If it seems like I get good feedback from it, I wasn't sure if it's like a product that just failed. So if I get good feedback, I might go back and buy some more and see if I can make a deal for all of them and just hold on to them until they sell. Here's a bunch of CDs. There's some Metallica, Led Zeppelin, I think Dream Theater, Alice in Chains. Just a bunch of kind of rock, metal type music in there. You'll see on the screen. I sold it for $18, just discs only. I was throwing in a lot. I don't usually like to mess around with CDs without cases, but I ended up doing it, and it took forever to sell, but I finally got like $18 for that. I could take them out and put them in like out of the binder and then just sell them or ship them medium mail, or I could just be lazy and leave them in this and put it padded flat rate. So I'm not sure what we'll do, but we won't make a whole bunch of money on that either way. And this Deluge, I paid $5 for this. It's an all brass rain shower head, $5, brand new seal. There's a little tear to the corner, but it hasn't been opened. This sold for 28 shipped. Again, it is brand new, so for $5, 28. Probably is gonna cost 8 to 10 to ship. So we'll still probably make, what is that? Paid 5, 10, 15. So we might make like $7 or $8 on it. Easy sale. Like I said, it's brand new, so nothing crazy, but we'll take it. Some of the Delta stuff does pretty well if you can find it. Bathroom fixtures in general, depending on the brand, if you can find them brand new, some of them can go for pretty good money. So, and then I have that one other thing I'll show you guys here pretty soon, and then hopefully the weekend will be much better than this.
Hey guys, this is our last 2 sales for yesterday. I don't know the date, but this is Grumpy Berry for $30 shipped and Pokemon Red for $22 shipped.
Hello everyone, back with the sales update for the weekend, wrapping up. Today's Sunday, April 28th, so it would be Friday the 26th through the 28th. Really good weekend considering. One huge group of sales up here, which you'll see at the end. A couple different purchases, but ended up being quite a bit of money, so that was awesome. But of the other normal day-to-day stuff, had some good stuff sell as well. Plus, it was my little one, if you've seen in the videos, was his birthday on the 27th, so that was cool for him too. Celebrate his first birthday, so that was awesome. But let's jump right in. We'll start off with the books in the back. This is a New American Standard Korean, I believe, Bible. I bought 3 Bibles. They were on Facebook Marketplace. $10 for all of them. I've done really well with Korean Bibles. I just happened to be in the area of where that guy was selling. I was going there for something else, and I happened to message him. He said, "Oh, I live in this area," and then like it was a week later, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna be right near him." So I asked if he still had them. Like a porch pickup thing where you just show up and he leaves it on the porch, and I paid $10. This one sold for 25 shipped. It's probably the best one, but the other one should go from 15 to 20 bucks each. So wasn't crazy profit, just easy sales, and like I said, I've already made money and profit now, and then we'll just wait for the other 2 to sell. Here's a 1967 Ford truck shop manual, volume 2. Bought 10 manuals for $10 at an estate sale. Most of them are lower end. This one I knew was the best one in there. The other one, she wanted to do a bundle for all of them, so I paid up and got them. They'll probably sell the other ones for 8 to 12 bucks. I think most of them are listed to. So when it's all said and done, we will make money. But this one sold for 23 shipped, I think. So you'll see on the screen. It might be off by a little bit, but it sold within 2 days. It has stains and stuff, but certain OEM shop manuals can do well. The Hanes and the Chiltons and stuff, they can still sell as well, but usually your price is going to be $7 to $15 or $20 max. So the OEM ones do better. Here's a chess book, The Fascinating King's Gambit. Sold that for I think 18 shipped. Medium mail, so pretty cool there. 3 pairs of shoes. These are Oakley's Cypher 4s. Well, there we go. Just knocked that over. You can hopefully see there. Cypher 4s. On these ones, they came in a big military lot I bought. You guys have seen some of that stuff go out. These were thrown in there as well. Guy had bought a storage unit for someone, former Marine or something like that, and they had a bunch of stuff. These are golf shoes, and they ended up selling for $37. So that was pretty good. I paid $90 for everything, and I'm already well into the profits, so I still got a lot left. These Nike SB, like floral, kind of like Hawaiian blue floral prints, they were like $7 actually, I think, but I think I got a discount, like 25% off or something, and whatever that ends up being. They sold on a best offer within one day of $40. You can see these are really clean now, just a magic eraser. That part's not perfect, but it's still pretty darn good considering what it was. And just it only took like 2 minutes maybe to get them cleaned up, and they sold for $40. Some people were crazy. They were listing those for like 20 plus shipping, and like they weren't. I think they took an offer, and then one sold on like auction, I think for $9.99 plus shipping. You got it with the shoes, really. I priced them a little high and then put best offer, and then hope someone comes in and meets me like 3/4 of the way. I think I had them listed at like $49.99 or something like that, because some of the skateboarding, the Nike skateboarding shoes, like the SB one, I think is what it's for, those ones sell well, so especially nice patterns. Here's a Dewberry of Ireland, a Dewberry. These are like little boat shoes, kind of see it right there. These were I think $8 or $9 at the Goodwill. They've had them for a long time. They finally sold for $45.50, I think is the price, so really good deal there. Polaroid Spectra AF. I think this is the right one. I had 2 Spectras, and I hope I pulled the right one, but you'll see on the screen it was $20. I think I paid $5 for it. Not a good deal. I bought it with some other cameras, but Spectras just don't do as well. Here's a bunch of Alice in Wonderland themed chess pieces. They're not perfect shape. They were $1 for the whole bag at a garage sale. It just says made in China on the bottom, so nothing crazy. But I took a best offer of $30 for all of them, so that was a good deal. Here is an officer's equipment belt, military belt. This one went for $12.99, I think, full price. So that also came in that military lot. Here's some Cleveland, 4 Cleveland irons here. They are the Action Light graphite shafts. And I think they're just, the launchers. There's a pitching wedge, a 4-iron. You can kind of see there. So 4 of them, they were $2.99 each. So $12, no tax at Goodwill. And I sold them for $100 ship. So no, didn't even take a best offer. Someone paid full price. All my golf stuff seems to be selling, which is cool. Here's 3 more of these little helmets. You guys probably saw one earlier in the week from a Rams one. They're little tiny helmets. Sometimes you may, those of you who kind of were in my age group, I guess, may have remember the vending machines where you could get these little helmets. You put like quarters in. But these are actually the ones where they all have the old school logos for teams. They're like from the 60s and 50s and 70s and stuff. It's all older logos. So these ones are not the ones you would have seen in the machine. These ones do a lot better. They're called Pocket Pros. This Buccaneers one, it's my second one to sell, sold for $25 shipped for this tiny little helmet. This Seahawks one sold for $20 shipped to the same buyer that bought the Bucks one. And oddly enough, this 49ers one sold to someone for $10. I had it listed at $20 or best offer. I'm willing to take about 10 a piece on them. If something comes through, unless it's like a really unique one, I'll take probably 10 just to get rid of them. I paid 15 or 20 for all of them, so we're doing well. But the guy that bought the 49ers one first messaged me about how his son wanted the Buccaneers one, the one over here, because the 49ers one, these got purchases after this guy bought his. So, and he said, "Oh, will you take 15 on the Bucks one? I really want it for my son. He's dying to have it. That's all I can pay." I was like, "Sure, I'll take it." So I accepted the offer. And then he messaged me and he goes, "How long have you had the item?" And I'm like, I hate when you get questions after you've already sold it. I'm like, "I recently purchased it secondhand. I don't know how old it is. I don't know, anything about it." He goes, well, when was it first made? And I'm like, honestly, I'm not going to research it to find out what year they actually made it. There's not a year listed that I can find on here. You know, if you're really that concerned about it, it's a plastic helmet. I gave them the dimensions, which were also in the listing with photos. I said, if you don't want it or you have really concerns, we'll just cancel the sale. Then he made me an offer for this 49ers one for $10, and I said, okay, I'll take it. And I'm thinking, okay, he wants to buy a couple. And then he goes, yeah, I can't afford the Buccaneers one. I'm going to cancel it. And I'm like, okay. So I canceled the Buccaneers and relisted. Then like 4 days go by, and he finally pays for this one. So honestly, hopefully this person is not one of my viewers, because if so, I'm sorry, but you are difficult. So happy it sold for $10, but honestly, if there's any issue, if there was an issue, I wouldn't be surprised, because the person was just kind of challenging, not rude or disrespectful or anything, just a really high maintenance type person, it seems, especially for a little small cheap item, you know. So hopefully he'll like it, but I have more of these. I have like 30 something of them, so I'm probably down to maybe in the high 20s now. The Bucks one was the best one, and the Rams one was pretty good. So I have a couple more that are pretty rare, like the Oilers one I think does well. But some of the other ones, it'll probably take a while. So if we get, like I said, $10 offers, we'll get rid of them. Sorry about that rant. Appreciate you guys listening. These are chem cards. If you don't know about them, they have like 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Like they have like plastic coated cards. These are the Mallard, I think, duck cards is what they're called. I paid $5 for 2 packs of cards at estate sale, family estate sale. I knew these ones did pretty well, and they sold for $20 shipped. Some people were selling them for $9 plus shipping, but again, this is one of those things where you just gotta list it pretty high, take good photos. I don't even do offers, and just wait for the right buyer. It's cheap enough that if someone's willing to pay $15 or $16, they'll probably pay $20 too if yours looks like it's a little bit better than the rest of the competition. And there wasn't a lot of competition, so that's all for $20. Look out for them. So there's some plain ones that don't do well, but there's some that have certain patterns that will go crazy. If you can find the right ones, it's worth looking into. 3 Dexter utensils here, it's like a spreader, I guess. It's a Dexter S21910, I think. Here's another Dexter, like with a bread knife or something, and there's another one of those spreaders. So these were stuff that I picked up for like $1 a piece. All these, $1 each, I mean, yeah. And I've had them over time, and just didn't know what to do with them, and then I finally allotted them together, and I took a best offer of $30 after a couple months of them sitting there. So happy to get rid of them. Probably end up spending about $8, $9, $10 to ship it, but I think we probably have 3 or 4 tops in there, so we'll make some money. Some of the Dexters do well, like if you find some old fishing knives, but it's not the highest end brand. Probably can hear my son in the background. He's not happy with his mom right now, so I apologize for that. 2 Steelers sidewall decals. They're called tire tats. These were $5. They're brand new. Bought them from one of my sources where I bought the helmets from, and they ended up selling for $25 shipped for both of them. So pretty good. They'll go first class, super light. Here are American Eagle cargo shorts. Not really the best brand that I've done with, and you can tell it's an older listing because probably the photo that you'll see as well as the packaging. These sold for like 13 or 14 shipped, something like that. Now, I won't make a ton of money on them. You might remember this. I sold it once. It got returned, the Info Globe. Sold for I think 50 or 60 bucks the first time, and it sold for the same this time. It was returned because the buyer said it was louder than he wanted it to be, like because it had a little bit of a hum to it. I mean, it's very faint. It's not really noticeable, but I guess for him it was, so it was a no-go. He returned it. It's fine. I had $3 in it, so I lost the money on the shipping, but it sold again, and then this time I put in the listing clearly that it has a hum in the condition, so that way there'll be no issues, hopefully. And that sold again, like I said, for 50 or 60 ship. Probably got a glimpse of this stuff, so we'll wait for that though. This is a Matsu Curious Fish. It's brand new. It was only $9.99 at one time, and I think they marked it half off, it looks like, or something. But this was actually from one of my sources, the storage unit guy I buy from. I bought all the video game stuff usually and what have you. This sold for 60 shipped. It's brand new in the box, except for some wear on the outside. I've had a ton of offers in this. $30, 25, 35. I wanted like 45 was what I wanted, and I would have taken, but no one would come up that high. And then today someone bought at full price. I have no idea really what it does or if it's supposed to be that special, but I probably have $5 in it maybe, so pretty cool. The final sale is a huge bunch of ink. There's Epson 802s, there's Epson 786 blacks. I think there's 802 colors in here. It's a ton of ink. There's like 277s or something. You should see them on the screen, hopefully popping up. There's a total of, I think, 5 different ink sales. There's one individual. One person just bought one little pack of ink for like $11.99. The other ones all went to a couple different buyers. I think one sold, a big bunch of them sold for $3.59. One sold for like $6.90. One sold for $112. One sold for $11.99. Excuse me, there's one more that sold. You'll see them on the screen. It's crazy, crazy sales. This will definitely become our best weekend. It should, just because of this. But this is kind of abnormal. This is that big $500 ink buy. We've already sold over $500 worth of stuff in our first batch that I listed. I just listed the rest of it this weekend, and all this sold within a day. I still have a bunch of cartridges that were sold the first time, so those should still sell. And we're probably already going to be at $1,800 or something like that in sales of ink. We paid $500. And the lady that's buying most of it, she wants to know what I have left because she wants to buy it all. So I think I took a couple dollars off on her purchases of whatever I was asking. If she took all the ink at once, it was like $2 or $3 each listing. So I was fine with that because she's willing to buy it all, and I can combine the shipping on it. So in the long run, I'll still save, and it just gets rid of it all at once in one lump sum. So really great deal. I don't have the exact number, just don't feel like looking them up, but they should be on the screen. You'll see it's crazy. It was a super good blessing to get all this ink. And it looks like we're going to be making quite a bit of profit in the long run. So hopefully we'll have more to show you guys. It's only like 10 o'clock, so there's a couple more hours left. So if anything pops up, I'll put it in the, add it onto this clip, and I hope you guys are doing well. Take care. Hey everyone, another sale from the weekend. This one I had already stole, I just forgot it. It was in the garage and I forgot to pull it inside. I had brought it out of storage, so I'm sorry about that, but it is a Goosebumps like flashlight. You can see there's the light that actually hooks into there, and then it kind of makes this guy glow. It is a really cool item. There you go, Goosebumps Sport. I think people would use it probably around like Halloween time. Don't, pardon the trash there, I was cleaning something up before I packed it up. I bought 2 Goosebumps things for $20. This and a haunted mask. It like lit up as well, I guess, like it was a Halloween type mask in the box. It was $20 for that, plus I think she threw in like a little Yahtzee handheld or something. And paid $20. I sold the mask for like around $100, $90 to $100, and then this finally sold for $47.50 on the best offer. It does work. It is super cool. Goosebumps stuff, some of it does really well. I know another YouTuber, KP Train him. If you haven't watched them, go look them up. I know Lonnie mentioned them, and so is like John, the Cincinnati Picker and stuff. They've talked about him, and he's pretty knowledgeable, and he made some pretty good money on Goosebumps stuff. So there is definitely a following for it. I sold this for $47.50. Probably could have got a little bit more. It's already gone through, I think, one Halloween. No one bought it, but person messaged me, said they're really interested, and I've already made my money on it, so we'll take the $47.50 and get it out of here. Just for fun, I figured I'd show you guys what it looks like. So that's with the flashlight on. It looks pretty cool. I mean, like I said, if you're a fan of Goosebumps, I could see why you'd want to pay up for this. It's pretty cool, but it does work. Just figured I'd show you guys what it looks like, and that's it.